Coming up next on the Jeff Crilley Show, he was on a path to become a Franciscan monk, and he says God took him on another journey to extend our lives. That's just ahead.
Many are predicting that the worst is yet to come, which is unfortunate, said one person here. Until now, they've enjoyed the reputation of being the nation's icebox.
Watched a burglar in his home this morning by webcam.
As a journalist of over 25 years, stories are what make my world turn.
Reporting live from the Dallas newsroom tonight, Jeff Crilley, Fox 4 News.
But in 2008, I took the jump from my familiar life and started a PR firm from my home.
We're talking about anyone with a camcorder like the one I'm using becomes a television network.
We started slowly growing the company, and we now have over 100 clients, and we've branched into the world of live digital broadcasting. I now own 8 different TV studios and have a huge team, and the stories that I now get to share are sometimes the most important of my life. Life has a funny way of coming around full circle. This is the Jeff Crilley Show.
When I was growing up, I used to watch the Today Show, and I always loved it when Willard Scott, the weather guy, would talk about somebody's 100th birthday, and it was sponsored by Smuckers, and it was a big deal. Well, they don't do that segment anymore because literally hundreds of people are turning 100 every day. We've learned a lot about how to extend life, and someone who knows a little something about that is Lauriston Crockett. He is a health and longevity expert, a good friend, and he's the founder of Genostim, and now a best-selling author. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. I can't believe I'm finally here with you.
Well, we've got a lot to get into, but I want to talk about how this began for you, because you were actually on a path to become a Franciscan monk. What happened?
I was becoming a Franciscan. I was signing my final orders, and I was very, very lucky to be trained by Father Ray Ball, 2 doctorates. He was voted one of the top 100 scholars of historical theology of this century, and a great, great mentor to me. But on my path, I had a great companion with me, and of course, he was a Cocker Spaniel, and his name was Joe Cocker. What else would you name your Cocker Spaniel other than Joe Cocker? And Joe traveled all over the United States with me, and Joe came down with a horrible, horrible skin cancer, and he died in my arms. We were nose to nose. I caught his last breath. I know it was heartbreaking to me, and it really changed my life, because then God opened my eyes up to be able to see others suffering and what was really taking place out there. The joke is I really didn't look good in brown, but seriously, it was a life-changing event to me, and I knew that I was on a quest to find out how we can do better, how we can extend life, and the quality of life, and that's what I devoted my life to. And the Padre and the order understood, and they still support me. And so still today, I still wear the Franciscan cross that was given to me by Father Ray Ball to always remember my roots.
And one of the things you've been preaching for a long time now is peptides. And I think we've heard about it maybe from the makeup industry, but peptides are really a secret to extending life.
Well, they are. And what I want everyone to understand is, I want you to try to grasp this. The average human being, God created us with 37 trillion cells, makes up the average human being. And if you can grasp that number, and the key to this is that every cell in the body, 37 trillion cells, have a peptide. This is the signature, the lock and key mechanism, the matrix to health, longevity, and immune system in the human body. So this is why peptides are so extremely important.
And he's not just making this stuff up. He even asked Alexa this. Let's go ahead and roll that clip.
Hi everyone, this is Lauriston Crockett, and today I want to talk to you about your immune system. Right now it's getting warm out, but now is not the time to let our guard down. Now is the time to keep building our immune system, because our immune system is the key to beat any pathogen, germ, bacteria, fungi, viruses that attack our body. It's been doing it since the beginning of time. But we've been talking about Genostim HDP, but don't take my word about host defense peptides. Hold on. Hey Alexa, what are host defense peptides?
According to Wikipedia, antimicrobial peptides, also called host defense peptides, are part of the innate immune response found among all classes of life. Fundamental differences exist between prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells that may represent targets for antimicrobial peptides. These peptides are potent, broad-spectrum antibiotics which demonstrate potential as novel therapeutic agents.
There you go, guys. Do you know that these peptides actually have the ability to drill holes into the envelope surrounding a virus or a bacterium or a pathogen, and then the antibodies can get in there and kill it? You actually have host defense peptides on your face right now that are killing common staph infection. So go to Genostim.com. You can get your Genostim HDP there, or go ahead and ask your Google or your Alexa about host defense peptides. You guys take care.
See, there's the final proof. If it's Alexa approved, you're fine.
Well, I was having fun in my kitchen, and I thought one day, let's make a funny video, because right now, this is serious business out there, and people are a little bit nervous. And what I want to do is try to take the fear away and show you that there is a different path and what we can do. And of course, the first line of defense is your immune system. So how do we build the immune system? So from the beginning of time, the immune system has been able to take on any pathogen and keep us totally safe. So this is why I wanted to start talking about peptides and why that is important, and what is a host defense peptide, and what can this thing actually do. And you actually, you have them on your face right now, believe it or not. Host defense peptides have the ability to drill into the envelope of a pathogen, and the body, this is how the body comes in, is able to kill it. So right now with our immune system, we can talk about everything else, but what we really need to be doing is boosting our HDP, or our host defense peptides. And you can look this up. Go ask your Alexa. It's really a lot of fun.
All right. So now, unlike many other things that you can get from fruits and vegetables, you can't get peptides from the earth, right? I mean, peptides are something that you have to go to get a pharmaceutical grade.
No.
Okay.
That's the absolute. Actually, peptides are created by the body.
Okay.
So peptides are created from dairy products, from fish, from chicken. They're also created from red meats. And you can see that in the book. This is why I wrote my book, Peptides Are Life. And I wrote this as a health and longevity book, but in the times that we're living in, it's really become more of a survival guide. And I wrote it in such a way that it's very, very easy to understand why you can keep yourself, your family, and of course your pets, which is part of the family also, safe and healthy during these times that we live in.
Okay, so we're going to put the book full screen on TV so people can see this. How long did it take you to write the book?
That took me about 1.5 years. I did a lot of research. There's a lot of research in the book that you can find to educate yourself and further your education, because peptides are so extremely important for all aspects of life, where it comes to brain function, where it comes to recovery. Matter of fact, I'm very lucky that I've been able to work with the United States Navy SEALs that actually take these naturally occurring peptides that we've created. And it's very, very easy to take. It's the size of an aspirin, and you take one in the morning, you take one in the afternoon, because the peptide only stays in the system for 8 to 12 hours. So to stay in homeostasis, which is just a fancy word, it means balance. Okay, we're gonna make it simple for everybody. Then you take one in the morning and one at night. And by doing that, and remember, every cell in the body has a peptide, then we're talking to and signaling every cell on your body. So we are actually on the cellular level when you actually use the peptide technologies, compared to other people that are going and using injectables. And maybe there's a reason for this, but you need a prescription, whereas the Genostim hexatide technology, you do not, and we're highly effective and fast acting.
And as you were researching what else is on the market when it comes to peptides, you were not impressed.
I really wasn't. A lot of the companies that use it in cosmetics will talk about peptides, but they're using an apple peptide here or an apple peptide there. We really don't know the source of it, and we really don't know where they're getting their sources from, but they're using the hot word, which is a peptide. What I wanted to do is actually explain what a peptide is, a long and short chain amino acid. There's different types of peptides, but we use a kosher protein source. And here's the other thing that you should know about peptides. It will totally probably amaze you. When people work out, they have something, they want to get this, what we call, runners call the endorphins. And endorphins are more powerful than morphine, and they actually make you feel fantastic, and they help you recover. Well, okay, the endorphin is made from the pituitary gland, but it is a hormonal peptide. And you go, you got to be kidding me. No, it's another peptide. And of course, people, you know about diabetes. Well, diabetics use something called insulin. Insulin is a peptide. So again, we're using these products every day. Our body produces this every day. Our body protects ourselves and helps us recover on the cellular level every day, all because of the peptide bond.
Well, I love it that you walk your talk and you look like your product that you're touting, because I think the audience would be surprised to learn your age.
Right. Yeah. A lot of people want to argue with me about that, and it's the truth.
All right, how old are you?
I am 62 years old. I am 62 years old. But again, what I've tried to tell people about, I've mentioned in my book, and you and I've had discussions about this also, is that peptides have been proven to have the capability to increase lifespan between 10 to 30%. These peptides have been in my blood since 2003, 24 hours a day. So I have to say, on the cellular level, I'm not aging as other people. Now, let's make sure that you understand that I do live a healthy lifestyle. I have a sensible diet, and I do exercise. But compared to other people, I think proof is in the pudding.
We've got some video of you working out, and we've also heard of some complaints that you're hogging all the 45-pound weights that no one else can get a workout in because you're stacking them up and doing leg presses with them. So how much time do you spend in the gym? And if you do have a healthy immune system, you don't have to be a gym rat to build and maintain muscle, right?
No, not at all. As a matter of fact, I have certifications as a master trainer, physical fitness trainer. I'm a biomechanics specialist, myofascial trainer that I got through the Parker College of Chiropractic. And so, no, I actually teach lower weight, higher reps, better results. So we're going to be doing more videos in the future on YouTube, and I'll be doing biomechanic videos, teach about how to do proper motion, how actually easy it is. And believe it or not, I'm actually working over at Guy Mesger's gym, UFC champion 13 at his Monster gym, which just opened up over there. So a lot of videos we'll be doing there. And we're trying to get Guy to also show us how to throw a proper punch, because it all comes back to biomechanics. And you asked real quickly, what is biomechanics? Well, it's very simple. Bio, life, mechanics, movement. So it's just life properly so we don't have injuries.
Let's talk a little bit about pets, because I know obviously you're very passionate about that, and you have the gift for life, and you're being interviewed by the media all over the country. In fact, tell us what you learned about extending the life of pets.
Well, yeah, they actually said I created the fountain of youth for pets. I didn't say that, but you know what? It's a nice feeling to think that because of Joe's death, that I was able to dedicate this and start working on this technology. So two things: dogs and cats suffer from progressive aging compared to men. I wanted to find a way to slow that down. Another thing that people need to understand, that we have an overpopulation problem here in the United States. So we spay and neuter, and because of this, we've broken the endocrine loop. And so by doing that, a pet is only producing 1% of the hormones they did before the elective surgery. Now, we have a problem over here of overpopulation, but we also have a side effect of that by breaking the endocrine loop. So what we've done with the peptide technology is it's a chewable treat, and it's a gourmet chewable treat too. And we're able to extend their life. So what these peptides do is it actually signals the adrenal cortex to start producing these 24 lost hormones. In a matter of 4 days, we can take a very, very old dog that has not a lot of life left and sleeping all the time, and within 4 days they're running, they're playing, they're peppier, they have more energy. And dogs don't know placebo effect. They only know that you just gave them a chewable treat. And so this is why I get up every morning and say, okay, Lord, who do I get to work with today? And we're working with dogs and cats now from here, Hong Kong, and now we're starting to work with racehorses and rodeo horses too.
And there's a pet obesity problem in the U.S. I think we're kind of loving on our pets through food. And I've seen we've actually had some employees here at Real News PR where they'll say, Lauriston, my pet is sick and aging and bad joints. And you'll say, we got to get them on some peptides.
Well, it's not only the peptides that we're worried about, it's also the food source that we're giving to them. We're believing that this kibble is good for them, where the protein source is lacking nutrients. They're also putting synthetic vitamins and minerals in this food. But look, it's got vitamins and minerals. But let's talk about that real quickly, because it's one of the biggest scams that I say is a supplement business. It's a $14 billion a year business. And most of these products are made from petroleum products. Now, if you want these nutrients, get them from a food source. We'll be doing a lot of videos in the future about how to get this from a food source or supplements that are out there. But most people are not vitamin deficient. So we're actually putting this into our dog foods also. And think about, you really want to use a supplement that's made from a petroleum product. I know I don't want that in my body, and it does have side effects. So yeah, so there's so many other things that you can find about. If you go to the Gift for Life website, there's a lot of great information about pet health and longevity, and I think that will help your pet. And if you have any other questions, please reach out to me, because I will personally call you back. That seems to freak people out a little bit sometimes, but I care so much. I take the time of my day and I put a couple of hours aside, and I talk to people all over the world. And, because I'm there for you and I actually love you and your pet. So reach out to me. I will call you.
Yeah, and I've known Lauriston for several years now, and he's just an amazing man, great dad, and he loves people. And trust me, you can call him. He's going to call you back.
I will call you.
So we only have about a minute left. A lot of people want to live to a long age, but having a 100th birthday, but not wanting to get out of bed is not a great life. So really, taking care of yourself is so important.
It is taking care of yourself, and it's a lot easier. And in closing, I'd like to talk to everyone about building your immune system right now. I don't think we're really talking enough about that in the media. And in health-wise, it's really very simple how to do this. I want you to eat a sensible diet. I want you to exercise. That doesn't mean you need to be in the gym with me doing 1,000 reps. Just exercise. Go take a walk with your family. It's a great bonding time. Another thing, make sure that you hydrate. Make sure you're getting plenty of fluids. Make sure you're getting sleep. You need to sleep. And again, I tell everybody, take your peptides every day. And this will take your immune system to a point where we're not going to be so afraid of everything that's going on. Because again, the immune system is the first line of defense to our health.
Outstanding. This has been wonderful. We could go on for an hour. We're going to end with two websites. Genostim.com is his website for people, and for animals, thegiftoflife.com.
Gift for Life.
Giftforlife.com. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
I need my readers. These eyes are old. Do peptides help the
Yes,
eyes?
IGF-1 actually helps eyesight. We'll talk about that.
All right. That's it for now. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.